Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this braided braids bracelet, and as you can see it has a super cool weaving pattern and it is reversible, so this is the other side. This was designed by Tropicaloomie. She creates amazing designs, you probably heard of her already. This bracelet, at first we were really confused because in my rendition was coming out different from hers, but then I figured out how to rearrange the bands. And you can make this without a border, but if you don't use a border it's kind of hard to get this look. So unless you use limited edition bands, I would definitely recommend adding the border. So that's just a little note. And also Tiger Girl created the original technique. It's in her brushstrokes bracelet. If you like this design, please give this video a big thumbs up. Usual disclaimers, I'll try to go as slowly as possible. Please excuse my nails, and that's pretty much it. So now we can get started. So today you'll be needing a hook, and this bracelet does have a lot of tension, so I would definitely recommend using a metal tipped hook because when I use limited edition bands, I have broken bands twice before. This bracelet was easier because I didn't use limited edition for the border, so it's better if you use it only for the inside if you're going to use them at all. Also, you'll be needing any type of loom. We'll only be using 2 pin bars set up in the staggered configuration. You'll need a C-clip or S-clip and bands, so I'll be using Tutti Frutti or Fruity Tutti actually. For the inside, these are sweets bands, and then white for the border. And again, the border is optional. These are all the supplies, so now we can begin making the bracelet. To start, you want to be at the bottom of your loom with the arrows pointing away from you, and just ignore the pin bar on the far left. And now I'm going to make the border, and we're basically just going to line these 2 pin bars, so going diagonally outwards and then up until you reach the end of your loom. And sorry that I haven't been making as many non-rainbow loom videos. I know people like rainbow loom more, but I do want to try to do other videos. I have my DIY collab coming up. We just have to wait for one more person to contact me or like reply in the group email. And also the rainbow loom expectations versus reality, I really have not gotten around to filming that, so I'll try to do that. But I think I'll be vlogging on my second channel because I haven't uploaded on there either because I'm going on vacation, so I'll try to vlog there. Also, I'm going to do a video on how I film and edit. So the reason I haven't like deleted the video or anything is because I have to refilm because I forgot I had YouTube questions. Sorry, I was gonna say I forgot I had a YouTube channel, but no, I remembered that. I was only answering Instagram questions, and so I have to refilm it all. So, yeah, expect that in the future. But if you ever have any questions, you can feel free to just comment them. So now, this is what my loom looks like, a basic border. And I'm going to go back to the bottom and do the inside placement, and this is super duper easy. I'm literally just making a single chain. So I'm going to take my first band and just go diagonally. We're going to skip these pins because I don't want to overlap the border. And then I'm just doing a zigzag. And I think this might be like my second time using Tutti Frutti bands, or I always call them Tutti Frutti, but they're technically Fruity Tutti bands. So they're really pretty. There's a light green that I missed. And I'm not really sure, like I'm not positive right now, but I think when I get to 10,000 subscribers, and followers, like once I've hit 10,000 followers on Instagram and 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, I think I'll do a giveaway. I'm not really sure yet because I've been spending a lot of money on YouTube already. If I ever just randomly stop talking and like go into fast forwarding, it's probably because I talked a lot and I just want to like fast forward through my talking. So that is the placement. It's literally just a single chain. And now I'm going to turn my loom around and start the hooking process. And I'm making a cat band just on this pin. Like that. And I'm making a cat band just on this pin. Like that. So to start the hooking process, I'm just grabbing my hook as usual. And I'm just going to go inside the cat band and loop out the first border bands. Looping up, and sorry if my hand ever blocks it. And even though the Fruity Tooty bands are on top of the border, we're actually going to loop the entire border right now. So just go inside whatever bands are in the way and loop the border forward. And it will kind of distort the bands a little bit. Don't mind that, and try to make sure that you don't lose the order when you're looping the border up. So just going to go up, and I am going kind of fast because it's not that hard. You don't want to loop this band because that's how you close it off at the end. So just keep that in mind. This is what my loom looks like, just the border looped. And I'm going back to the bottom end. Just pay careful attention here. This is where the real process starts. And just don't like force any bands. So the first thing I'm going to do is go inside this pin and grab the green band, and you only have to go through one layer of the border. So I'm grabbing it and not looping it onto this peg. I'm going to go around like that. So it's like you're going below the peg and then you're wrapping around and placing the band on the peg above. So if you've done the brushstrokes bracelet or any bracelet with that border, then this will seem familiar. You're just going around the pin, and you want to make sure you're on the outside. Don't just go like that. And that's how you get the effect. And then I'm going to grab this orange band. So it's in here, just below the green. Grabbing it and not looping it here, I'm going around to the outside of the pin, wrapping around and looping it to the peg above. And then I'm grabbing the pink, wrapping around the peg where the other end is and looping it a peg above. Grabbing the Tutti Frutti band, or the green band, sorry, and that's not even the name, but going around the peg where the other end is and looping it above. So this is what it looks like. I really hope that makes sense. Basically, you're not going to put the band to where the other end is. You're going around that peg to the outside and looping it above. So I'm just going to continue that. I really hope this made sense. If it doesn't, I'm not sure how else to explain it. But I'm just going to continue that until the top of my loom. I will not go off camera. I will just show you. And make sure you stay on the outside. If you want to relieve tension, you can lift these bands up after you've already looped most of that. So if you're like towards the top, you can pick up the bands on the bottom. I'm just going to continue this. And once you get the hang of this bracelet will be really quick and easy. And I've already memorized how to make this because it's pretty quick and it's kind of addicting to make because it comes out so cute in the end. I mean, I'm not really sure if bracelets can be cute, but I just really like how it looks. And keep in mind, when you take it off the loom, it will look different because you have to pull out some of the bands to get the braided pattern. Otherwise, it'll just kind of look like a brushstrokes kind of thing. So I am speeding up now. And this might look really confusing, but I will zoom in here and then you can see the pattern. And I'm almost to the top. So I'm going to just do the last few. So the orange, and then when I get to the pink, I'm just looping it to where the other end is because we ran out of room. And then just loop the final border band. And then this peg, there's all the loose bands. So I'm going to show you what my loom looked like. I'm sorry if I went fast there, but there's only so many times I can show it before people understand. So this is what my loom looks like. But as long as you went around this peg, if you're familiar with the brush strokes, it really should not be super confusing. So maybe watch that tutorial first or something. I'm not really sure. But this is what my loom looks like, and here I started to lift the bands off the peg so it looks different. But now I'm going to start removing the bands, and to do this I like to start with these and again just lift them over into the center. And I think that's the first thing everyone should do to relieve some of the tension, because you don't want to break any bands after you've already made this. And I'll be back once I've taken off the loom to show you how to fix the bands. So I took it off the loom, and if you notice, it doesn't look like the final product. If you compare them, you can see this one is more woven and this one is not. So I'm going to really quickly just show you how to fix that. So at the top, it is kind of woven, but you just have to go in and you can see under this yellow band, there's the orange, and it's kind of hidden. So you just have to grab the band, the orange, with your hook and pull it out. And then you can see it helps. And then under the orange, there's the pink, so I'm just pulling basically the bands out that are kind of hidden, and that really helps. So you just have to do this to all of the bands that are hidden, and just go in and fix them. So here I'm pulling up the light green, and then that just really helps with the overall look. But this is kind of difficult if there's no border because it's thinner, and I really just couldn't get a good grip on the bands. So it's a lot easier if you have a border, and I'm just going to fix the rest of the bands off camera. But if the bands are hidden, like this band, you just go in and pull it out. And you can see now it has the woven effect. So that's how you make the Braided Braids Bracelet. This was again designed by Tropicaloomie, and the technique was from Tiger Girl. So definitely make sure to show us your renditions on Instagram with the hashtags that were on the screen earlier. And I don't really know what else I have to say, but I absolutely love this design, so hopefully you do too. And I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.